We're here on a interstate case with a acknowledgement of paternity for Kyler Devin Spencer. The parties have a partial agreement, and the child support and retroactive support is contested. I'll go ahead and announce the agreed portions. The parties agree that Raven Owens will carry medical through another source at a cost of $124 a month. Miss Owens will carry the dental through her employer at a cost of $40 per month. Mr. Spencer will be responsible for paying $124 a month in medical support beginning June 1st, 2025. Mr. Spencer will be responsible for paying $40 a month on dental support beginning June 1st, 2025. Any additional healthcare expenses will be split 50-50. There will be no retroactive medical support or retroactive dental support. Mr. Spencer would be responsible for court costs as billed from Collin County. And there would be no non-disclosure for either party. That's the extent of the agreed portions. I'll go ahead and call the parties. I call the mother Raven Deshawn Owens. Miss Owens, could you state your full name?
Raven Owens.
Okay, and ma'am, what's the name of the child that you have with Kentrell Spencer?
Kyler Devin Spencer.
And how old is the child?
4.
Okay. And ma'am, did you hear the announcement that was made regarding this case?
Yes.
Is it correct that an acknowledgement of paternity was signed for the child involved in this case?
Yes.
Okay. And ma'am, are you in agreement to all the terms that were announced?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And regarding the contested portions of the order, the state has calculated that Mr. Spencer's gross monthly income is $5,476.82 a month, and that he has 3 other children. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Hold on, he's still talking to mom.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
okay. And do you know what he does for a living?
Teach, I believe.
Okay. And ma'am, the state has calculated child support in the amount of $647 a month beginning June 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement to that amount?
Mm-hmm.
And you'll have to say yes or no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay. And that's just for the court reporter to take down what you're saying. Miss Owens, the state has calculated retroactive child support for the period of June 1st, 2022 through May 22nd, 2025. That is the period since you and Mr. Spencer stopped living together. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And the state has calculated that retroactive child support for that time period would be $23,292. Are you in agreement to that amount?
Yes.
Okay. And has he given you anything financially for the needs of the child since you separated?
He paid for like 3 haircuts.
Okay, how much would you estimate that cost?
What's 15 times 3?
I can hear you, ma'am.
$45?
$45.
Okay, so that's everything that he gave you since June of 2022?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And has he given you any like physical items for the child?
No, ma'am. He bought some shoes last Christmas.
As a Christmas gift?
Mm-hmm.
Say yes or no.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, move your hand and speak up for me. I'm having trouble hearing you.
Yes.
Okay. And ma'am, would you be in agreement for Mr. Spencer to pay off the child support judgment at $160 a month beginning June 1st, 2025?
Yes.
And ma'am, are you comfortable with your address and phone number and email being included in the order?
Yes.
Pass the witness.
Okay.
I call the father, Kentrell DeAndre Spencer. Mr. Spencer, could you state your full name?
Kentrell DeAndre Spencer.
And sir, is it correct that you signed an acknowledgement of paternity for the child involved in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And sir, is it correct that you are a teacher?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you work?
At Rain Elementary.
And is that in Dallas ISD?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the state has calculated your gross monthly income at $5,476.82 before any taxes or other deductions are taken out. Do you believe that's accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And sir, is it correct that you have 3 other children under 18?
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, are you in agreement to the announcement that was made at the beginning of the hearing regarding medical and dental support?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And sir, regarding the child support, are you in agreement to the $647 a month that the state is requesting for this child beginning June 1st, 2025?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and sir, can you explain to the court why you don't agree to the guideline amount of child support?
Yes, ma'am. I understand that it is based off of the finances before taxes. So after taxes are taken out, I have nowhere near of course what it's allowing me to do. Like for example, right now, I can't even afford rent. I literally just had about 4 weeks ago, I went through the same process with my daughter, and the same thing happened when hers is higher than both my twins, and now I can't even afford to basically live out. So I don't agree with that as well, and because I make sure that Kyler is taken care of, I make sure that he doesn't need or ever have to want from for nothing, no matter if it's directly coming from me, if I have to drive it there, or if he's getting it from my family. I always make sure he has everything he needs. So $647 plus the 124 plus the 40, I feel like it. I can't afford that at all.
And sir,
I could. I'm sorry.
yes. Sir, is it correct that you would have to travel to exercise visitation with the child?
Yes, ma'am. I will have to drive to Mississippi. And right now, on the first, third, and fifth weekend of every month, I have to be here in Dallas County for visitation for my daughter Kenzie. So all of that will have to be compiled into figuring
And so,
that out.
and sir, do you understand that the state cannot make a visitation order today since the child does not live in the state of Texas?
Yes, ma'am.
But is it correct that you're asking that child support be lowered based on your travel expenses to see this child?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And sir, for the retroactive support, is it correct that you and the mother separated around June 1st, 2022?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that's when you moved to Dallas?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And sir, is it correct that you've been working as a teacher since around that time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that you've been working for Dallas ISD?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And sir, the state has calculated retroactive child support at $23,292. Are you in agreement to that amount?
No, ma'am.
Do you believe it should be lower?
I do 100%.
Can you explain to the court why the court should reduce this amount?
Yes, ma'am. As far as 24,000, incredibly a lot. As far as Kyler's needs, as I was stating, I literally make sure.
So hold on. So we're not, I don't need to know about what his needs. I need to know why you shouldn't be ordered this guideline amount. Did you make some payments? Did you?
Yes, ma'am. I always bought things besides haircuts, shoes, clothes. If Kyler needs it, I make sure he gets it.
Okay,
Yes.
so in the last 30 days, how much money have you given mom?
Oh, in the last 30 days, I have not. I've been waiting for the trial date to do anything for the last 30 days.
Okay, so we've been in this case, looks like since the beginning of 2025. So in 2024, how much cash money did you give mom by Cash App or any other way? In 2024.
Last year, I didn't physically give her any amount.
Okay, so then what items did you give her in 2024?
Haircuts, shoes, clothes, and whatever she asked for, that's what I provided.
Okay, but you didn't give her any money for rent or electricity or food or anything like that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Miss Phillip.
Sir, how much would you estimate the items that you provided are worth since June of 2022?
At least 2,000.
So you think you should get at least $2,000 credit?
At least minimum, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And sir, would you be in agreement if this retroactive child support judgment is granted to pay the retroactive child support at $160 a month beginning June 1st, 2025?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And sir, is it correct that you're okay with your address and phone number being included in the order?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Pass the witness.
All right, the 23,000 amount. What are we talking interest each month?
Let me check, Judge.
Okay.
I think it would be about $116.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, Mom, Dad, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to accept and approve the portions of the agreement that you guys have agreed to, that Mom's going to cover the health insurance. Dad's going to reimburse $124 a month beginning June 1st. Mom will also cover the dental insurance, and Dad would reimburse $40 a month beginning June 1st. I'm going to set guideline support. And Miss Phillip, the guideline support is giving Dad credit for the health insurance, dental insurance, and 3 other children. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so that amount will be $647 beginning June the 1st. Retroactive support in the amount of $21,000 to be paid back at $125 beginning June 1st. No non-disclosure, court costs to be paid within 1 year if billed by Collin County. Mom, Dad, I'm going to ask Ms. Phillip to draft up that order and send it to me. Once I sign off on it, the Attorney General's office will send you both a copy, okay? Thank
Yes.
you both. Yes.
Can I say something
Yes.
about the retro stuff? I understand. I was just listening to him, about his struggles or whatever and how he can't afford to do nothing. So, is there any way that we could not calculate it from 2022 and just do it at the start of the case in January? I would be cool with it. To help
You would
him.
be cool with starting. So, Ms. Phillip, would you calculate what the retroactive would be if we just went back to January, starting January 1, 2025?
Yes, that would be 5 months at $3,235.
$3,000,
$235.
$3,235. Mom, you are in agreement to $3,235 on the retroactive amount?
Yes, ma'am. That'd be fine.
Okay, that's very generous of you. I think that would help and hopefully help the relationship with Dad and the child, because maybe he'll have a little more money that he could come visit the child. Dad, what about paying that back at $50 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 3235, 3235 on the retro amount, not the 21 that I said, be paid back at $50 a month beginning June the 1st. Thank you again, Mom. That was very generous. I think that'll go a long way to help you and Dad and the child totally be able to spend some time together for the Dad and the child. And Dad, understand you've got a lot of children and this is burdensome, but this is what we got to do. It's a guideline amount. Okay. Mom, Dad, again, I'll sign that order as soon as Ms. Phillip drafts it and sends it to me. Then the Attorney General's office will send you both a copy. Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Will
you
this
all.
automatically be taken out, or do I have to manually go to pay?
You're gonna have to manually pay for a little while, starting in June, because the AG's office will do the paperwork, but it takes a bit to get it done, and then your employer has like 6 weeks by law before they have to kick it in. So it's going to be probably a couple months. You probably get paid once a month, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So it may be a couple months before it kicks in. So in the paperwork, it'll have an address and everything if you don't have it from one of your other cases. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you both. You just hit that button that says